couple of interesting things. Remember when we went over to Hannah and Rachel a couple of videos back to see their pop-up shop? And also, so later on I had told you about the 2 or 3 items I had bought from them, I had purchased from them. So anyway, this is the third thing I'll show you right now, a bank. And then, after that, we have an article on from the B'nai Brith magazine, and which shows where they have held for the past 10 years contests for high school students to write and illustrate a children's book, and if they win or if they they do very well, they're able to, their book is published and it's distributed in a lot of various ways to the public, and this way they're able to become a writer. This can give them an impetus to become a writer. So we'll talk about these 2 things. Right now, first, let's go to the bank. Here it is. Here we go. Let me get to it. This is what I had bought. I purchased this from Hannah and Rachel's shop, the pop-up shop, where they were selling their grandmother's items that they should get to good homes. This is an old vintage bank. It has place for quarters, dimes, pennies, and nickels. This looks like it's from the 40s or so. Here you see the children with their bags of money. They're saving up money, coin by coin. Okay. Anyway. One minute. Here we go. All right. Okay. Let's get back now. Let's look at this article. The B'nai Brith Challenge: Teaching Diversity and Tolerance with Books, by Rachel Chasson. The finalists stand together after the B'nai Brith Diverse Minds Writing Challenge Award ceremony at the Pepco Edison Place Gallery in Washington, D.C. So the object of this is to get young writers of high school age to look into a career of writing, becoming a writer, and a writer of children's books, particularly. Let's take a look at the article now. The B'nai Brith Diverse Minds Writing Challenge asks high school students to write and illustrate children's books to teach tolerance and diversity. This year, the contest was held in Washington, D.C., New York, South Jersey, and Delmarva Peninsula. At the Washington, D.C. award ceremony, local children's author Wendy Shang addressed the finalists and gave an inspiring speech that included 10 points in honor of Diverse Minds' 10th anniversary, offering advice and encouragement on how to become a writer. Quote, "Don't be afraid to call yourself a writer. Your only qualification is that you must write, and you must be willing to work at your writing. Call yourself a writer, and then go write," she added. Quote, "Writing a children's book is a creative act of hope and goodwill. It is also an act of bravery. It is easy to be cruel, cynical, and critical, but it takes guts to create." Shang concluded, quote, "Don't be afraid to swing for the fences. Write with your soul on fire." Through the support of sponsors, first-place winners in each city had their books professionally published and received a $5,000 college scholarship. Each first-placed book is also accessible in an ebook format and is available on iTunes and Amazon as a free download. In addition, the teacher who oversaw the winning entry in each city secured a $1,000 grant, and the school of the first place winning student in each contest city received $500. The second place winners at each location earned a $2,000 college scholarship, and the third place winners received $1,000. The winning books are distributed to local schools, libraries, community organizations, and the annual Today Show holiday toy and gift drive. The books can be found at the B'nai Brith website, bnaibrith.org/diverse minds. Quote, originally, the challenge was created with the concept that we must encourage and celebrate diversity in our communities, in our workplaces, in our schools. And 10 years later, I think we can see in society that there is a richer diversity than ever before, said B'nai Brith International Executive Vice President Daniel S. Maratian. Over the 10 years of the contest, B'nai Brith has published 33 original children's books, including one book in two different languages, English and Spanish, awarded more than $300,000 in college scholarships and grants, and donated more than 39,000 books to public schools, libraries, and community organizations across the country. Quote, since its inception, the Diverse Minds Writing Challenge has given talented students a unique opportunity to spread the message of diversity and inclusion through their own personal lenses and has allowed them to capture the subject in a way that can inspire the younger generations that follow, said PEPCO Region President Donna Cooper. PEPCO Holdings, an electric utility company, sponsored the Washington, D.C. competition. A panel of judges from the fields of education, the arts, business, and government, along with B'nai Brith International leaders, reviewed the entries and selected the winners. The winning books were, this is the first one, My Family is Different, written and illustrated by Anahit Kanayan, Duke Ellington School of Arts, Washington. Washington, D.C. The second book is Hearts of Gold, written by Madeline Smith and illustrated by Morgan LaMonica, Towel Institute, Hockessin, Delaware. The third one is The Legend of Firemarth, written and illustrated by Samson Beaver, Paulsboro High School, Paulsboro, New Jersey, and From the Heart, written and illustrated by Sylvia Yu, Stuyvesant High School, New York City. Kanayan received her award at the Pepco Edison Place Gallery on June 1st. In her story, a character named Delina decides to take a new art class and is very nervous about meeting new people. Delina's art teacher tells her students that their topic for the day is drawing their families. Delina wonders how she can draw her family because she doesn't have a father at home and questions what the other students might think of her, quote, different family. At the end of the class, all the children show one another their drawings, and Delina realizes that everyone's family is a little different, but just as beautiful. Madeline Smith and Morgan LaMonica were honored June 3rd at an award ceremony in Delmarva Power Conference Center. In their story, Hearts of Gold, a little girl visits a popular doll shop and asks the doll maker to sell her his most beautiful doll. The doll maker tells the girl that he cannot show her his most beautiful doll because it doesn't exist. None of his dolls are any more special or beautiful than the other. The only thing they have in common is a heart of gold. The little girl quickly realizes that it doesn't matter what the dolls or a person look like on the outside, but it's what's in the heart that matters. This contest was funded by Delmarva Power, a subsidiary of Exelon. The award for, this is the next one, The Legend of Firemarth, the winner for the contest sponsored by the Atlantic City Electric, was presented at Atlantic City Electric headquarters on June 2nd. Beaver tells the story of Adelina, that's Samson Beaver. He's the other writer. Beaver tells the story of Adelina, who runs away from her father's kingdom, Firemarth, because her father locked up all of the beasts just because they are different. Not long after, Adelina encounters a friendly dragon who scares her at first, but Adelina sees the kindness in his eyes. Moments later, Adelina's father, the king, approaches and tries to slay the dragon. The king falls off a cliff, but is saved by the dragon. The king learns how wrong he has been. You shouldn't be mean or disrespectful to someone just because they're different. The next book, From the Heart, was recognized on June 21st at the New York Marriott Marquis. The contest was funded by the Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group. In Yu's story, a classroom of bears worries about giving out cards on Valentine's Day. Some of the bears are concerned they can't give a card to someone of their same gender if they have different ethnicity or if they are disabled. Their teacher, Ms. Frost, tells her students that, quote, love is blind. Gender, race, and imperfections are not important. What matters the most is that you love them for their heart. Kanayan, in addition to being an 11th grader, works as an assistant art teacher at Sitar Arts Center in Washington, D.C. She was inspired to write her book about the children she teaches. Quote, the whole program is to have classes for children who are in low-income families. The little kids there come with their families, and something about it just sparked, Kanayan said. Submission details and deadlines for next year's contest will be posted this fall at www.bnaibrith.org/diverse-minds. That's important. So that's if you want to submit a book of your own, a children's book. So the deadline for next year's contest will be posted this fall at www.bnaibrith.org/diverse-minds. So here we have children's author Wendy Shang addresses finalists at the Washington, D.C. B'nai Brith Diverse Minds Writing Challenge Award ceremony. So here we have some of the finalists. These are the finalists for this year, the year of 2016. One moment. So, these are the finalists. Stand together after the B'nai Brith Diverse Minds Writing Challenge Awards ceremony at the Pepco Edison Place Gallery in Washington, D.C. Okay, so there we have So we have this article, this item about that the B'nai Brith for the last 10 years has been sponsoring a contest where they invite students from the high schools to go and submit their ideas, their artwork, their stories to be considered to be published. So many of them have created very, very good books particularly about the subject of diversity and inclusiveness. Diversity coming from different backgrounds and inclusiveness of acceptance one to the other. So this is very good for them. They can possibly get into the careers of being children's writers. As Wendy Shang has said, writing a children's book is a brave act. It's a brave act. It's easy to be cynical and cruel, but to do a creative act like writing a children's book is putting yourself out there. You're trying to do good for the world. This is a brave act. These students are doing these things. They did this, and they have been awarded for this, and here we have it. They should go on to successful careers. But let's take one more look over there. Here they are. This is the 2016 finalists. So some of them got their books published, and they won a cash award. Some of them got scholarships for a certain amount, and they're encouraged, and they will certainly go on to very good things, to great things. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Well, thanks for staying this long, and take care. Be well.